Hey guys, so the 24 volt turbine, it's charging these batteries well. I put it up this summer, as you might recall. I don't know if you all know what's going on here, but this is my solar heater. And I've added the second component, which is basically excess wind energy, which is getting dumped into that hot water tank. So once the batteries are full charged, the Missouri Wind and Solar dump load controller dumps the excess energy into the hot water tank. There's a 24 volt element in there. And I've got the system controlled by this thermostat, which is programmable. So if that probe on that upper line sees 30 degrees, it'll turn the pump on and circulate that hot water into the heater core and that here in the garage. Now, as you recall, there is a solar heater component to the outside of this garage, and that thermostat controls that temperature. If it's warm outside and it rises above 18 degrees Celsius in that upper heat chamber, it'll enable the system and turn the solar collector on. And then it'll pump the heat from the solar collector into the garage. And at that time, it turns off the pump to the hot water heater. I don't want to be wasting that energy. I want to store that for later, for when the sun goes down or if it gets cold out. And to be honest, the solar heater works incredibly well. I've seen 60 degrees plus temperatures even on cold days. As you can see, it's minus 10 outside this night. It's windy. I've got 40 degree temperature in that hot water tank, so I'm going to dump that into this air in this garage and warm it up. Like I said, the solar collector, if it heats up, it's going to override the system and it's going to shut down the water heater. So right now the doors are closed out there. That keeps the draft from the cold air outside coming into the garage. If that heat chamber warms up, the system will open those doors. Air is allowed to go through the wall, through the solar collector, and back in through and blow through that radiator where the hot water is actually going through right now. If it gets cold outside or night, the thermostat will shut down the solar heater and close the doors. At the bottom, similar things going on. There's a door down there which opens and closes, and that's the inlet to the solar heater outside, and it draws air through a filter at the bottom of the garage. That's all controlled by this linear actuator, and like I said, that thermostat. If the batteries are full, it's cold outside, and there's no heat, and there's no wind, it just simply shuts down and it goes into standby. And it works really,